Hi, ladies and gentlemen. This one's going to be a long one, and I hope everybody could share this one, please, folks. This is the biggest, single most breakthrough if this turns out to be absolutely the truth that everybody's claiming it to be. This is the first place I've seen this. This is the only place I've seen this. But the background story makes sense, folks. I've read into it. I'm going to give you a little background first. Putin, via Russia, has issued arrest warrants, ladies and gentlemen, for George Soros and Rothschild. I haven't really read into the Rothschilds so much, but George Soros was doing a lot of shady financial deals between countries, ladies and gentlemen. And one of his charges is financial terrorism. I'll read into Rothschild in a minute or two, but this is a big one, folks. I need you to share this with everybody you can. I'm going to read it word for word, best I can, and I'm going to pray to God this time I don't get a copyright violation, but this one needs to go out to everybody, folks. You see this 12,000 on Facebook? This is something that needs to happen, folks. Okay, it's only got 127 on Twitter because they probably don't know what the heck this is, but this is important, folks. All right, let me read this as it's actually posted. Vladimir Putin, the president of Russia, ladies and gentlemen, now in full control of Russia as prime minister, then now president, wishes to build a strong Christian nation. In televised Christmas message in January 7, 2008, Putin said the Russian Orthodox Church contributes to the promotion of values in society. One should not completely draw a line between culture and church. Law, uh, one course by law in our country, the church is separate from the state, but in the soul and the history of our people, it's all together. It always has been and always will be. And this is the Russia will make the United States reflect upon what they allowed Rothschild to do to their own country. This is how they set it up, folks. I apologize, but this is the part. You can look into who Rothschild is and the family and how they're really, really super rich and everything. And how Soros is pretty much the world's new dictator. He took over for David Rockefeller, I believe, in 2013, but don't quote me on the year. I knew Sarah Rockefeller when I was in Florida. She was pretty cool. I never got too close because of all this crazy shit going on. But here it is, folks. So let me continue. So basically, he's condemning the United States for what they let Rothschild do to their own country. So when you see the protests against Vladimir Putin now, keep in mind it's probably staged by the Rothschild trying to control Russia once again. Putin issues arrest warrant for financial terrorist George Soros. Financial terrorist and Hungarian banker convicted felon George Soros. I don't know how he's already convicted. I don't know how that works. I don't believe he's already convicted. I don't believe he's ever spent any time behind bars, but who knows? This is where it gets good, folks, so mark this point down in the video. Russian intelligence has fingered Soros using cross-collateralized compound Swedish and Danish foreign currency derivatives for the purpose of an attack on the Russian stock market. Now, this is all grain of salt, people. I apologize, but this is the idea. Soros' use of the cross-collateralized compound derivative utilizing Luxembourg banks violates the terms of the Brasil 2 European Union banking agreement. So this is how they're going to get him on financial terrorism, ladies and gentlemen. The thing that should give pause to the head of state Western is like Putin did in freezing Russia from those who wanted to bring total economic and social collapse and beat up in jail and all those who have tried. All right, so that last sentence, ladies and gentlemen, makes no sense, but let me go over the thing that should give pause to the heads of state Western is that Putin did in freeing, he basically freed Russia from those who wanted to bring total economic and social collapse and basically beat the hell out of him in prison. So basically, here goes again against Putin. The fact that Putin is loyal to Russia and its people and has never allowed anyone, even when he's in command in the nation, to sell out or let his country into the clutches of the NWO, supposedly, ladies and gentlemen. Yet he's in power somehow, so somebody had to put him there. For this, he ordered to issue international arrest warrants for George Soros, who has been caught red-handed as he prepared to send financial aid to what is called opposition in Russia, which recently made the streets in dozens of thousands of people telling lies and misinformation, cheating during elections. Again, ladies and gentlemen, we have no way of doing this or getting these facts, but I imagine the execution of that one guy was probably something similar to this. Now Mr. Soros has little room to continue his dirty games with speculation that has devastated the entire global financial system in collaboration Rothschild, Rockefeller, and their jackals. Uh, Today it's made public for the following statement. Russian Federation and Prime Minister Vladimir Putin has been asked for an arrest warrant against the international terrorist finance Hungarian currency Mongol George Soros. The Russian Secret Service have found that Soros was using foreign currency derivatives with other Danes to start an attack against Russian currency shares in the market, ladies and gentlemen. Again, they don't state how, but this is what it's supposed to be about. It should be noted that Soros was using these derivatives with the help of Luxembourg banks, supposedly, which is forbidden after the contract signed by the EU called for Basel II, I believe it says. I can't read everything, ladies and gentlemen, but basically, I'm going to read this last big paragraph and you can look into the rest. Both IMF, International Monetary Fund, European Union have issued an Interpol red notice, which is not only against immediate arrest of Soros, but also against sharks of finance, Bush, Clinton, criminal organizations, Mark Rich and his firm, which is located in Switzerland, commodities broker Richmond, which is why the Russian Premier Putin has recently met the I think it's supposed to say Chief of Federal Reserve, not Chef, but Chief of Federal Reserve, making clear Russian Federation will not accept that such use is made of people like Soros and Rich to commit criminal acts to the derivatives markets and finance, which led socialists to social destabilization across the globe. Putin will be done and start the hunt for criminals and their accomplices, bankers, Rothschildren, Rockefellers, anyone else. And there's a part here for sources. There's the disclaimer here, folks. You can read that. So this is a big one, folks. Please don't hit me up with a copyright violation. I'm just trying to get this out there, folks. Share this with everyone. This is big, folks. This is bigger than you and I, if this is actually true. Ta-da, Batman. This is actually bigger than anything major, because if these guys actually get caught, ladies and gentlemen, the top tier of the pyramid shatters. And that means pretty much like you've seen in all the major history sessions, folks. What happened when the leader of the pyramid dies and doesn't advocate a successor? What happened to Alexander the Great? What happened to Muhammad? What happened to all the other historical figures when the top of the pyramid finally cracks and shatters and there's no one that is named, folks? No one who's safe to be named as the successor. All the managers split up and go their own separate ways, folks. So you have like 30,000 different systems now. So it happened with Alexander, so it happened with Muhammad's people. Same thing probably happened with Jesus, except for I believe Jesus named a successor. But it's still fractured into 100 million pieces, folks. So get this out there, folks. Get this URL out there. Get this out there. Let everybody know. Put this on websites, the people you trust, people that are into this stuff and everything. Thank you. Have a good one, folks.